my name's Jo and this is Cotton and Fluff. Thank you for coming back again today to see what I'm up to. Welcome if you are new. And if you would subscribe, that would be incredible because I am trying to increase my amount of subscribers if I can. But really what I like to do is I just want to be here and share what I've been making on my beginner sewing journey. So firstly, in my last video, I was talking about sewing up a sweatshirt, and I didn't really, because I haven't done a sweatshirt before, and I thought, well, what do I do? So I did ask you guys, and I had some amazing comments. Everybody was lovely. After a lot of pattern suggestions, I decided I would go with Tilly and the Buttons and the Drew, because I think I've read lots of reviews about it. I like Tilly's patterns, especially for beginners, because she holds your hand all the way through. And because this has been out a little bit, there are lots and lots of tutorials on YouTube, and there's things on Instagram to get loads of inspiration. So I thought, right, I'm going to use this one as my make it, practice it, make mistakes, fix them pattern. So this is what I've made, and I am so pleased with this. It's come out, this is a really lovely soft, it's a French terry. This is one of Penny's fabrics, and I am going to link Penny down below because she's just had in an enormous amount of fantastic fabrics that are perfect for autumn, winter, and Christmas too. Oh, that's not going to be long, is it? But hey ho, let's think about that in a short while. So yeah, I am really pleased with this, and I do love it. And this one has got a lovely soft inside. I've managed the cuffs. I had a little bit of a wobble on the collar, on the neck, but it's fine. There is a little error, but I know where that is, and it doesn't matter because this is my first one that is wearable. And yeah, I am really chuffed, and that really gave me a confidence boost. So if you want to practice or have a go and make your own sweatshirt, pick up the Drew pattern and have a go. You don't have to spend a fortune on fabric. Look on Vinted. I will be showing some fabrics that I've recently bought from Vinted as well. And then just practice. It's only fabric. It doesn't matter if it goes wrong, but practice. It's really fun, and it does come together quite quickly. So I think lots of people can sew them up in like a couple of hours or less than that. It took me a little while, but I wanted to do it properly, and I'm really pleased it's worked out, and I am definitely going to be making some more. So yeah, so that is my Drew sweatshirt. Okay, right, now next, sticking up with Tilly and the Buttons, I wanted to make a sort of a wintry dress, something that I could layer up with tights and wear with boots, but one that maybe was versatile enough to use in the spring summer as well. So it'd be a pattern, a core pattern to stay in my stash for the perfect dress. So I went for, and I saw lots and lots of lovely inspiration on Pinterest and on Instagram, and it's the Tilly and the Buttons Mabel dress. Have you tried it? I hadn't. This is my first time. When I was reading it through, and I hadn't really clicked and I hadn't noticed, and it says, Bella being a beginner, but there is some shirring. Oh gosh. I've seen lots of people with beautiful outfits with the shirring. I've seen a few sort of disaster videos, and I thought, oh gosh, it looks quite complicated. But I thought, no, I have got to try it. So I did. I used some fabric that was, it's a D-stash from Paige Joanna, and there's a few marks on it. So I thought, well, this would be the ideal fabric to use, and it's just a nice lightweight viscose cotton. So this one, here we go, and you put the shirring goes on the cuff and also around the waist. So there we go. Okay, they're not all, exactly spaced apart, but I was practicing and I learned so much. And then obviously you've got the around the waist just above the peplum as well. The thing I struggled with, it's obviously they suggest practicing on some fabric. I had some of the fabric and I tried it, but what was happening, it wasn't gathering up. So I thought, well, what do I do? Is it the bobbin? And I went online and I did a huge search, and somebody said, and there's somebody else had a brother sewing machine. Now I don't know if this is the same for all of them. I've got a brother NV 2750D. I've got one of those. And what this lady suggested, she was having the same problem as me. So when you take out your bobbin, you're left with a bobbin case. So I removed the bobbin case, like she explained, and on the side of that you have got two little screws. And the one with the paint on, I think that's the one, it's got green, is the one that you are able to adjust. The other one must not be touched. So I gave it a little turn to tighten the tension up on the bobbin. And then what else did I do? Oh, I had to adjust the stitch length as well. But obviously your machine is going to be completely different to mine. And I didn't make quite, it was trial and error until I got it. And what I've done, I've actually written down now the width, the length of the stitch and the tension, so I know going forward. And obviously then I think I ran out of elastic quite quick. The shirring, which you wind on your bobbin underneath, that went out quite quickly. So I think I need to put a little bit more on and maybe think about it. It isn't a big problem if you run out halfway. You can simply go back, take it out, replace the elastic, and then come back in and do it and carry on. So it was a fun make, but I'm going to use some different fabrics and see how that goes, because I'm assuming that different fabrics are going to give me different results, and maybe I need to adjust the stitching. I'm not sure. So that is something, but I do like the style. I find it too short because it just comes to there. You got the short peplum, but there's nothing to stop me from lengthening that peplum. I can do that. That's quite simple. So yeah, I haven't made it into a dress yet because I didn't have enough fabric, and I just wanted to have a go and see how I got on. And I'm shoring with some slightly heavier fabric, not too heavy, but lighter than this. It's going to give me a different result. So I will let you know how I go with the next Mabel. So that was that one. Oh, also, I've just thought I've got to tell you, have you noticed this here? Cotton and Fluff, my sign. I am so pleased with it. Ruanne, who is the Yorkshire Sew Girl, she, in one of her vlogs, she was talking about her signs that her friend makes, and she'd been gifting them to some fellow vloggers. And I thought, do you know what, that would be really cool to have in the studio. So I contacted her, and the lady's name is the Spotted Owl Crafts. I'll pop the link down below. She's on Instagram. She's amazing. And I thought, do you know what, these would be perfect for Christmas, for family, to go in the children's bedrooms. They're not going to damage the walls. Now, all I've done to fix mine up there, I've just used some paper clips, opened them out, and it's just hooked on there. Obviously, you could mount them. You could glue with some fabric glue onto something if you wanted to. But I just thought they were really fun. So yeah, if you want to have a look, I will pop the link down below and you can check her out. So the next pattern I want to share with you is the meadow skirt from Twig and Tail. Here it is here. And the Twig and Tail, I will just tell you what they say. And I actually purchased this pattern with a voucher that I received from the Southern Socials goodie bag when it was their 2nd year anniversary. So that was lovely. So I could go on to Twig and Tail, and they've got some lovely patterns on there, really different, and for children as well. Lots of like dressing up clothes as well for children. But I just like the feel of the computer. I think it's really cool. So I'm just telling you. So what it's saying is, where imagination runs wild, sometimes it's really lovely to wear a skirt, the swish around your legs and feeling it creates, and the softness. I wanted to create a pattern that would fulfill my skirt dreams, everything from cute pleated above the knee skirts to long and flowing maxi length skirts and everything in between. Did I mention nice deep pockets? Every skirt needs a pocket. So I thought, yes, it came. I got it printed with flamingo prints. It came back, and I bought some fabric from Paige Joanna's D-Stash, and I bought this really lovely, I'm just going to show you, this is what I've made the meadow skirt in, and it's in like this embroidered fabric. It's so pretty. So you've got the check, but on the top you have got the embroidery flowers. So I thought this would be perfect to try out my first meadow skirt. So it's here. I am going to pop in some pictures as well. So on the front you've got a straight band, but at the back it's elasticated. You also have the option for these long ties, which I think are quite nice to go around the front to tie, just to take the emphasis and just to sort of give a little bit more texture around the waist and to add to the effect. And I feel that these skirts, they do help take the emphasis away from the tummy area. So that's something to think about. And also, here's the pockets, as she mentioned. There we go. They're in there. And they're so lovely. So lovely. And I made a sort of, well, on me, it's sort of shin length just below. But I just think this is the perfect skirt for autumn, or even for the summer. So this is definitely going to be one that is going to be sticking around in my wardrobe, and I'm going to be making quite a few more of these, I think. So that's and it wasn't too difficult to do. It really did, and it didn't take long to come together as well. So that is definitely, so if you're looking for a nice skirt pattern, slightly different. I have got the Amelia skirt from Tammy Handmade, which is beautiful, and that's the tiered maxi. But I wanted something that had no tiers, straight down, so you could see the actual volume of the fabric running straight down with no interruptions. So yeah, so that is the meadow skirt from Twig and Tail. I'll pop her down below so you can have a look on their website, which is lovely. It's an experience in itself. So moving on, I expect you've all seen the lovely new pattern from Tammy Handmade, the Fay blouse. Here it is. And I thought it was so pretty. I do like with Tammy, she gives you so many options to do different things. So she's got the scallop neckline here, which she explains in lots of tutorials to hold your hand. So but you don't have to use that. Now what I did in mine, I didn't do the pretty collar, but that is something else I've got that I can learn and have a go with. Long sleeves, but you can, there's lots of variations. So what does she say? So the Fay blouse is a woven top pattern with a relaxed silhouette that feels easy to throw on, and it's got 3 neckline options. You've got the round neck, a V-neck and a scallop neck, as well as a choice of sleeves to suit every season. It's got gentle puff sleeves and finished with a facing for a clean look inside. And there are some pictures here as well. I will put some on there, and there's some different images of what you can do. And then if you look here, this is the diagrams, just shows you what your options are. So you've got the long sleeves and you've got the short sleeves. You can obviously decide how you want to do the sleeves. Also at the bottom, you can either have them just like, is it a bishop sleeve? I'm not sure. Elasticated just at the wrist, or rather than that, you can do the long sleeve, but you do the frill on the bottom. So I thought, right, I'm going to have a go at that and see. So here's mine, and I love this fabric. Whoops. And look at this, it's very retro. And as I say, you can see I've just done the round neck, and the sleeves on mine I have done as with a little frill, and I just thought that makes a little bit of difference. Now I've paired these with some green bob pants that I've recently finished, and I wanted some bob pants in a sort of a neutral colour that is going to carry me through the autumn and the winter. So I've done some green linen bob pants and pairing it with this. So there are some pictures coming up for you to have a look at, but I really liked it. And I think with Tammy, as I've said before in many videos, she's got such a lovely, calming voice. She teaches you clearly, there's no rush, every step is spoken about, so you're not left in the dark. And obviously watching a video, you can just go back, start again, look at something else in the video. So yes, I really do recommend the Fay blouse as a beginner sewing pattern. Right, moving on. I thought, I haven't done this for, I don't know if I've done this before at all. So I've been keeping my eye out online, marketplace for fabrics. So I thought I'd share with you what has come into the studio since my last vlog. So first of all, this one. Now this is a beautiful cotton, just a nice lightweight cotton, and this was from Becky's Sewing Studio, who unfortunately is closing her her website down, but at the moment, and I have checked this morning, there is still a code that you can do when you go onto her website, and she's got a code which says goodbye. It's a bit sad, and it's 50% off of the item, which is lovely. And I think, you know, she wants to sort of make sure they all go to nice homes, and at this price I think it's really nice. So I'm very pleased with that. I've got 3 meters of that, and I thought that colour would be nice for like sort of a real sort of autumnal wintry dress or skirt. So I'm going to see on that. But also, while I was looking at the fabric on Becky's website, I did see these, and these are some little needle and thread, and I just thought they were just so cute. So I did buy those, and they're actually wooden, and they're on a post, and I just thought they were so cute. So okie doke. Right, next. So as I said to you, I have been looking on Vinted, keeping my eye out for anything that's nice that I could use. I have bought myself this, and I spotted this and I thought, oh look, this is some Beatrix Potter. It's just some vintage cotton. It probably started life as curtains. I think they were curtains. So there's a nice weight to this, and there is plenty, absolutely plenty of this. I think I've got, well, it is one curtain, but I've got quite a lot. And I thought I'm going to make another bestie bag. You know, the really cute one that I made with the vintage fabric with the ducks and the cat. And I just thought, yeah, that would be lovely. Let me make another one of those. So yeah, so that's going to be for the bag. Talking of the bag, I saw some other fabric, but there was only 1/2 meter, and I thought it would look lovely as another bestie bag. So I got 2. Here it is. Look at that. And it's a nice weight. It's Statuary Studios, and I bought this from I think it was, I keep forgetting, I think it was a website that I've never been onto before, and it was called Sew You. I'll pop a link down below, you can have a look, and they had quite a few bits and pieces on there at some lovely prices as well. So yeah, and I just thought that would be quite nice just to and I thought with a nice pink strap and pink zip, of course, I just thought that would be really fun. So I like that one. Okay, so that was that. All these bags I've got to make. Then, as I said to you, I've been on to Penny's website, well, Penny's Fabrics on Facebook. I have links below, and I'm just going to show you what I've recently purchased from. They might be actually, I've had a little while and I just haven't shown you. I love the simi skirt, as you know, and I've made quite a few of them. When I saw this fabric, this one, I thought this would make a lovely simi skirt, or if you could suggest anything else. Now this is it's a needle cord in the blue and white, the leopard, and I just thought that was lovely, and I just like it with the needle cord. And I just think for a simi skirt that would be really nice, and some really nice buttons on there as well. I thought, yeah, so I did pick that up. Also, looking at pennies, as I said to you, I'm practicing with the stretch fabrics, the jersey and the French terry. I spotted this on there as well, and I thought this would make quite a nice gents t-shirt top because of the colours, and it's also, it's sort of autumnal, isn't it, as well? So little brown one. Staying with the now this is a cotton lycra, and as you can see, so it's got this which makes it look like it's knit as well, and I thought perfect colours, autumn, and it's not too patterned. So that one, because I'm terrible, I keep buying pattern things when I really should be looking at plain things that are going to coordinate, because otherwise you've got things in your wardrobe and you love it because you love the fabric, but you haven't got anything to go with it. So it's just got to really think about what you need in your wardrobe. Moving on again, now I've just washed this, and this is so soft. This is a lovely soft cotton jersey from Pennies again, and it's just got these really cute little circles to lion, got the tent and the ice cream and popcorn and whatever, and I thought these would make lovely pajamas, so somebody will be getting some pajamas in those. Also, this was in a mystery bundle, this one, and this is nice. You've got cute little foxes, and again this is on a nice, it's got a nice stretch to it as well, so that'll be another something fun made up in that one. And finally, and I am in love with this, I really am. So I said to you, I do go on to Vinted and I do have a look, because obviously it's a fab way to destash fabric that you know that you've got left over from a project, or I just wanted space, so I need it to go, money to put onto a piece of fabric that you really do want. So I saw this and I just thought, I've got to have it. I shouldn't have done, but you know how much I love dogs, so what do you think of this? I think this is so cool. I love it. This is a stretch, and it's a nice stretch. So look, nice stretch both ways. And that, now I have got, I've got a long, it's very wide, as you can see, but I thought that would be lovely to use in the Drew sweatshirt. So whether I do a little bit on the sleeves or panels, because you've got, obviously with the Drew you've got all the options like here, so I could even just do the dogs here and have black sleeves. I do need to look about getting some binding, ribbing, cuffing. I would like to do that, but I was trying to decide what colour, because obviously I've got lots of different ones. I'm going to get some black. I think that would be best. And then maybe try and pick some colours out of the fabrics as well. But this one, as I say, I love it. I just love the colours. I just love colour, and I think this is amazing. So I'm not sure when I'm going to get a chance to sew this one up, but hopefully very soon. So that was that one. And then, as I said to you, Christmas isn't, well, it is far off because we are only in October, but I've seen people, they're starting to buy things, and everything's in the shops and whatever. I mean, I popped to the shop this morning and it's, you know, you've got the mince pies, you've got everything, and so yeah, so I thought, well, okay, then I should really start having a little think about what could I make using, because I've got quite a lot of fabric scraps, and also when I was sewing up my bunnies I used fat quarters, which I've got a lot of, which are just sitting, not big enough to make a garment, but they're perfect to use for a gift of some sort. So I remembered that I had seen somewhere that somebody had made it was like a little mobile phone cushion stand, a chair, but it was made with fabric. So I did a search, and actually quite a few came up. I'm just going to show you here. So this is one that I've made. So, and here we go. So look, it's just a nice weighted cushion, and then I can just put my phone in there. Let's turn that off, and there you go. I'll probably go and drop it now. But look, I thought that's cool. So I think they'll be perfect to sit on a desk if you're working from home, or whatever. So yeah, I was quite pleased with those. So I'm going to probably look in my stash and see what I've got, pull it out, and yeah, and make some of these. So that was that one. And then recently changed my car, and it wasn't until a day or so later I realised that I had a like a seatbelt strap, a cushion protector on there, because I'm quite short, I used to find that the seat belts would cut into my neck. And because when I was on dialysis, I've got quite a few, like, this is different things and whatever, I had tubes in. So, but this is where the seatbelt used to rub, make it really sore. So as I said, that's why I did the cushion. And in this car, I'm still too short, because I have to drive with hand controls. The steering wheel is fixed, so it can't go up or down, and the position isn't wonderful. I am going to try and get a cushion for me to sit on in the car, but with the seat, I thought, well, I'm sure I can make that. So I did. I will pop a picture in here. I had a go and I made that, and I thought, that was quite easy. So I don't know, I could make some of those, and with the phone as well. And then it's going to be a case of maybe some bags, helping practice do my zips. I did make some last year. But yeah, so I just thought I'd have a go and just make a few projects. I think it's quite nice to make something on a small scale that you can maybe make 3 or 4 of them, like on a little production line, where you haven't got to think too much. You can be in your sewing space. Maybe you've got something on in the background. I mean, at the minute, I'm on Netflix looking back at the old Unforgotten from the first series, so I'm sort of watching that at the moment. Well, I'm listening to it in the background, and it's just nice. It's just me. I've got Maddie and Missy with me, and it's warming up nicely in here, so it is the perfect environment to sit and make some little gifts for Christmas. So I think that's everything I've got to show you today. I will put some more pictures in at the bottom. Thank you for coming back and seeing me again today. That's really so kind, so kind. But if you can subscribe, that would just be lovely. It really would. So if you can just let your friends know, and yeah. So please take care, and I hope to see you very soon. I'm going to be making some more things to have a little bit of a review with you, and I will talk over those. But in the meantime, happy sewing. Don't get too cold, even though it's very gloomy. It's not raining here, it's just quite dull. I think it's a bit dull, so we all need a bit of colour. But anyway, take care, and I look forward to seeing you really, really soon. Thank you. Bye.